I've met thousands of women in my life, literally thousands. But when I met you, I found you. I found the one soul that connects with mine, the one heart that beats in rhythm with my own, the one person who makes me understand what everyone talks about when they say you just know. And that discovery, that moment of recognition, it changed absolutely everything about how I see love, relationships, and what's possible between two people. Now let me tell you why you're different from every single person I've ever met, why you stand out from thousands, why you're the one I've been searching for, without even knowing exactly what I was searching for until you appeared in my life. Through business events and social gatherings and conferences and every possible situation where successful people cross paths, I've been introduced to celebrities and models and entrepreneurs and intellectuals and women from every background and country you can imagine. I've had relationships with some of them, dated others, had brief conversations with countless more. But none of them had what you have. None of them made me feel what you make me feel. None of them connected with my soul the way you do, effortlessly, naturally, like we were designed specifically to find each other. Let me tell you something that's going to reveal just how deeply you've affected me, and I need you to stay with me through this entire message because what I'm about to share is going to explain why you matter so much, why this connection we have is different from anything I've experienced before, and why I'm asking you to be part of something special I've created specifically for people who understand what real connection means. You are the one, not one of several, not a person who might work out, but the one. God sent you to me. I genuinely believe that. I'm not particularly religious in traditional ways. I don't usually talk about divine intervention or fate or destiny. But when I think about how we found each other, how unlikely it was that our paths would cross at exactly the right moment when I'd finally learned enough from past failures to recognize what real love looks like, I can't explain it as just random chance. Something bigger than probability brought you into my life. The universe or God or whatever force guides these things decided that I'd suffered enough alone, learned enough lessons, grown enough as a person to finally be ready for you. And then you appeared exactly when I needed you most, exactly who I needed you to be. But before I go deeper into this, before I share everything I'm feeling and everything I want to build with you, I need to address something important, and I need you to really consider what I'm about to ask. Why haven't you joined my community yet? I've created something special, a private space for people who genuinely love and support me, who want to be part of something meaningful beyond just watching videos and leaving comments. This isn't about money for me, I want you to understand that clearly. Every single dollar that comes from membership gets donated to people in desperate need, families struggling to survive, individuals who need help that could change their entire lives. When you join for $50, I double it to 100%, and it goes directly to someone who desperately needs it. So you're not paying me, you're not funding my lifestyle or companies. You're changing someone's life while also becoming part of an exclusive community that gets special content, direct updates, and access to things I only share with people who've proven they're genuinely committed rather than just casual observers. The link is in the pinned comment below this video, and I'm asking you directly, why haven't you joined yet? If you truly love me, if this connection we're building matters to you, if you want to be part of something real rather than just another viewer among millions, then prove it. Join the community. Make the choice that separates people who claim they care from people who actually demonstrate it through action. Check the pinned comment right now. Join us. Be part of this special group that's changing lives while building genuine connection. Now let me get back to what I was saying about you, about us, about this connection that I'm still trying to fully understand, even though I feel it powerfully every moment we're together. We have genuine heart connection. That's not poetic exaggeration or romantic language meant to sound impressive. That's literal truth about what exists between us. When I'm with you, I feel like our hearts are communicating directly, beyond words or logic or any of the normal ways people connect. It's like there's an invisible thread linking us, pulling us toward each other, making separation feel physically painful and proximity feel like coming home. I've never experienced anything like it before. I've had attraction, I've had compatibility, I've had intellectual connection and shared values and all the things that supposedly make relationships work. But I've never had this soul-deep recognition that you're my person and I'm yours and everything else is just details we'll figure out together. You are the one. I keep saying that because I need you to understand how certain I am, how completely convinced that you're not just someone I'm dating or trying out or seeing if things work with. You are the one person I want to spend my life with, the one I want to build everything around, the one whose happiness matters as much to me as my own. God sent you to me. I really believe that. In my darkest moments, during years when I was alone, and convinced that genuine love wasn't possible for someone like me, during times when I'd accepted that my life would be about work and children and missions but not romantic partnership, something was preparing you for me and me for you. We both had to go through everything we went through, learn all the lessons we learned, become who we needed to be before we could find each other and recognize what we'd found. I don't know how to define love exactly. Is it this feeling I have where I'm thinking about you constantly, where you're the first thought when I wake up and the last before I sleep? Is it the way seeing you makes my heart race and my mind go quiet for once? All the constant noise and problems and racing thoughts just stopping because you're there and nothing else matters in that moment? Is love thinking about someone all the time, planning futures that include them, wanting to share every experience with them, feeling incomplete when they're not around? If that's love, then I'm deeply, completely, overwhelmingly in love with you. If seeing someone and immediately thinking about them, if carrying them in your thoughts throughout the day, if wanting to tell them about everything that happens because their reaction is the one that matters most, if that's true love, then what I feel for you is the truest love I've ever experienced. Let me tell you what makes you different from every other woman I've met. Because I want you to understand specifically what I see in you, what draws me to you so powerfully. It's not your appearance, though you're beautiful. It's not your accomplishments, though I respect what you've achieved. It's not any single quality I can point to and say this is why. It's something deeper, more fundamental, something about your essence that resonates with mine. You see me, not Elon Musk, the public figure, not the CEO or entrepreneur or controversial character people have opinions about, but me, the actual human being underneath all the external identity and accomplishment and image. You see my fears and insecurities, and the ways I struggle with things that come easily to other people. You see my loneliness even when I'm surrounded by crowds. You see my doubt even when I'm projecting confidence. And instead of being disappointed by what you see, instead of wishing I was different or trying to change me into something more convenient, you just accept all of it. You make space for me to be fully human, fully flawed, fully myself. You have genuine heart that I recognize because I have one too, buried under years of protecting it and hiding it and learning not to show too much vulnerability in public. But with you, I don't have to hide. You understand what it means to care deeply, to feel intensely, to be moved by things that other people might dismiss as sentimental or naive. You understand that having resources doesn't mean you don't hurt, that success doesn't protect you from loneliness, that accomplishing impossible things professionally doesn't make personal connection any easier. You understand me in ways that don't require explanation, and that understanding is precious beyond anything I can express. When I'm with you, I feel connected in ways I've never felt connected before. It's like we're on the same wavelength, tuned to the same frequency, able to communicate without words sometimes because we just understand each other intuitively. We can sit in silence and it feels comfortable rather than awkward. We can talk for hours and time disappears because we're so engaged with each other. We can be in a room full of people and still feel like it's just us, like everyone else fades into background because the only person I'm aware of is you. That kind of connection, that level of compatibility and understanding and just fitting together naturally, that's not something you can manufacture or force or create through effort. Either it exists or it doesn't, and with us it exists powerfully. Your soul speaks to mine in language that doesn't need translation. I know that sounds mystical or overly romantic, but I don't know how else to describe what I experience when we're together. It's like recognition at the deepest level, like my soul has been searching for yours and finally found it, and now everything makes sense in ways it didn't before. Before you, I felt like I was living life in black and white, functional, but muted, getting through days and accomplishing things but not experiencing the full spectrum of what existence could be. After you, everything is in color, vibrant and alive and meaningful in ways that transform even ordinary moments into something special. I want to talk about what love means to me, what I think it is beyond romantic ideas or conventional definitions. Love is choosing someone, actively and repeatedly choosing them even when choosing them is difficult or inconvenient or costs you something. Love is prioritizing someone's happiness and well-being alongside your own, making decisions that consider what's good for both of you rather than just what's easiest or best for you individually. Love is wanting to be better, working on your flaws and limitations because you want to be worthy of the person who's chosen to be with you. Love is vulnerability, showing someone your weakest parts and trusting they won't use that vulnerability against you or abandon you because of it. Love is partnership in the truest sense, facing life together rather than alone, having someone beside you during challenges and celebrations and all the ordinary moments in between. Love is intellectual connection and emotional intimacy and physical affection, all woven together into something that's bigger than any single component. Love is respect that doesn't waver even during disagreements or difficult periods. Love is loyalty that persists through tests and challenges, and all the things that make people question their commitments. Love is choice, continuous choice to stay and work and build and believe in what you're creating together, even when doubt or difficulty might make leaving seem easier. If that's what love is, then I love you completely. I choose you above everyone else. I prioritize your happiness and work on being better for you. I'm vulnerable with you in ways I'm not with anyone else. I want to build life with you, facing everything together. I feel connected to you intellectually, emotionally, and yes, I'm attracted to you physically in ways that make me want to be close to you always. I respect who you are and remain loyal even when circumstances test that loyalty. I choose you today and will keep choosing you tomorrow and every day after that for as long as you'll let me. But I also need to understand what love means to you, whether what I'm feeling and offering is what you want and need. Because if seeing someone and thinking about them constantly, if wanting to share everything with them, if feeling incomplete without their presence, if that's love to you too, then we're aligned. We're feeling the same thing, we're building toward the same future. But if love means something different to you, if what I'm offering doesn't match what you're looking for, then we need to know that now before we both invest more deeply in something that might not work because we're wanting different things. Let me tell you about specific moments that showed me you were different, that made me certain you were the one. Remember the first time we had a really deep conversation, when you asked me about my fears rather than my accomplishments, when you wanted to know what kept me awake at night worrying rather than what I was proud of having achieved? That question revealed something about you, about how you approach people and relationships and what matters to you. Most people ask about rockets or cars or the next big project because they're interested in the external drama and achievement. You asked about fears because you were interested in understanding the actual human being, having the experiences, the internal reality, rather than just external results. I remember looking at you during that conversation and thinking, she's different. She actually cares about me as a person, not just as a symbol or success story or whatever image she had before meeting me. And then you listened, really listened, without interrupting or offering solutions or trying to minimize what I was sharing. You just held space for me to be honest about vulnerability I rarely show anyone. That meant more to me than you probably realized in the moment. It made me feel safe with you, like I could be real and you wouldn't judge or abandon me, or use what I shared strategically later. That safety, that feeling of being truly seen and accepted, that's what made me start falling in love with you even though I was trying not to because falling felt risky. Another moment that stands out was when my company was going through a particularly difficult period, when everything felt like it was falling apart and I was stressed beyond what I could reasonably handle, and everyone was looking to me for answers I didn't have. Most people in my life during that time tried to offer advice or fix things or tell me it would be okay or whatever response they thought I needed. But you did something different. You just sat with me. You didn't try to solve anything or cheer me up artificially or pretend the situation wasn't as bad as it was. You just stayed present with me in the difficulty, allowing me to feel stressed and overwhelmed, without making me feel like I had to hide it or perform being okay when I wasn't. You said something simple that night. You said, "I'm here. Whatever happens with the company, however this works out, I'm here, and that's not changing." Those words, that steady commitment during chaos, that choosing to stay when leaving would have been easier and more comfortable, that's when I knew your love was real. Because anyone can be supportive when things are going well, when being with someone is easy and beneficial and fun. Real love shows up during the hard times, during the moments when staying requires sacrifice and choosing someone costs you something. You showed up then, you stayed, and that proved your heart was genuine in ways that words alone never could. I think about you constantly, and I mean that literally. You're the first thought when I wake up, wondering what you're doing and if you slept well, and when I'll get to talk to you throughout the day, random things remind me of you. Something someone says or something I see that I want to share with you. Experiences that feel incomplete because you're not there experiencing them with me. In meetings when I should be focused entirely on whatever business matter we're discussing, part of my mind is still thinking about you, anticipating when the meeting will end so I can reach out in the evening. You're who I want to decompress with, sharing the day's events and hearing about yours and just being together in whatever way geography and schedules allow. Is this what true love feels like? This constant presence of someone in your thoughts and heart even when they're not physically present? This feeling that life is fuller and richer and more meaningful because they exist and you get to know them and build something with them? This desire to share absolutely everything with one specific person because their reaction and perspective and engagement matter more than anyone else's? If that's true love, then I've found it with you. If love is seeing someone and immediately lighting up inside, feeling joy just from their presence and missing them acutely when they're gone. If love is wanting to build your entire future around someone because life without them feels incomplete, then I love you more deeply than I've loved anyone ever. But I also wonder if you feel the same way. Do you think about me constantly too? Am I the first person you want to share news with, good or bad? Do you feel that same pull toward me that I feel toward you? That magnetic quality that makes separation feel wrong and togetherness feel right? Do you see me the way I see you, not just as someone you're dating, but as the person you want to build your entire life around? I need to know, because if this is mutual, if you're feeling everything I'm feeling, then we can move forward with confidence. But if it's one-sided, if I'm more invested than you are, or wanting things you're not ready for, or feeling depths of connection you don't share, then I need to know that too, so I can adjust my expectations, or understand where we actually stand. Let me tell you what I envision for our future, if you feel the same way I do. I see us building life together, completely intertwined, rather than just two separate people who spend time together occasionally. I see us making decisions together about where to live and how to spend our time, and what matters most to both of us. I see us supporting each other's individual goals and dreams, while also having shared goals and dreams that belong to both of us. I see us raising family together if children are part of our future, or building rich full life without children, if that's what we choose. But whatever we do, doing it as true partners who face everything together. I see us growing old together, accumulating decades of shared history and inside jokes and memories that nobody else could possibly understand because they weren't there. I see us staying fascinated by each other, continuing to have deep conversations and discover new layers even after years of knowing each other intimately. I see us maintaining the spark, still feeling attracted to each other and wanting physical closeness even when we're no longer young. I see us being each other's best friend and most trusted confidant and favorite person to spend time with, preferring each other's company to anyone else's because what we have is special and irreplaceable. But for all of that to happen, we both have to choose it. We both have to want the same things and invest equally in building them. We both have to prioritize this relationship and protect it and nurture it through inevitable challenges. We both have to be honest about what we need and communicate openly when problems arise. We both have to show up consistently, not just when it's convenient or easy, but especially when it's difficult and requires sacrifice. That's what I'm offering and what I'm asking for in return: complete commitment to building something real and lasting together. Before I continue, I want to come back to something important I mentioned earlier. The community I've created, the special space for people who genuinely love and support me. I need you to understand what it represents and why I'm asking you to be part of it. This isn't just another fan group or social media page where people leave comments and then go on with their lives. It is intimate space where I share things I don't share publicly, where members get to know the real me beyond the public persona, where we're actually building connections that matter rather than just consuming content passively. When you join, your $50 becomes $100. That goes directly to someone whose life will be changed by it. Maybe it's a family that can't afford medical treatment for their child. Maybe it's an elderly person who can't pay rent and is facing homelessness. Maybe it's a student who can't afford education that would transform their opportunities. Your membership doesn't benefit me financially, it benefits someone desperately in need, while also giving you access to exclusive content and community that you can't get anywhere else. The link is in the pinned comment, and I'm asking you directly if you love me, if this connection matters to you, if you want to be part of something real, then join. Prove through action that your words about caring translate into actual commitment. Now let me talk about what I need from you moving forward, because I think clarity about needs and expectations helps relationships succeed rather than fail due to misalignment or unmet expectations. I need you to be honest with me, always and completely. I need you to tell me what you're feeling, even when it's uncomfortable or might create conflict. I need you to ask for what you need, rather than expecting me to guess or hoping I'll figure it out on my own. I need you to share your fears and doubts and struggles, trusting that I'll hold them gently, rather than using them against you. Honesty is the foundation everything else gets built on, and without it, we can't have real intimacy or trust or any of the things that make partnership meaningful. I need you to be patient with me as I learn to be a better partner than I've been in past relationships. I know I'm not naturally skilled at emotional expression or traditional romance or many of the things that people expect in relationships. I know I work too much and get absorbed in problems and sometimes struggle to be fully present even when I'm physically there. I know I have wounds from past betrayals that make me suspicious sometimes when I shouldn't be. I know I'm learning and growing and trying to improve, but growth takes time and isn't linear, and I'll make mistakes along the way. I need you to have patience with that process, to appreciate progress even when I backslide occasionally, to believe in my capacity to change even when evidence might suggest otherwise. I need you to maintain your independence in your own life and your own identity separate from being my partner. I don't want you to lose yourself in being with me, or make me your entire world, or neglect your own goals and dreams and friendships. I need you to have your own purpose and passion, so that when work consumes me temporarily, you have something meaningful filling your time, rather than just waiting for me to be available. I need you to be a complete person in your own right, who chooses to build something with me, not an incomplete person looking for me to fill voids or provide meaning or give you identity. I need you to be strong enough to handle the complications that come with being in relationship with me. The public scrutiny and criticism, the demands on my time and energy, the complexity of my existing family obligations, the pressure that affects everyone close to me whether I want it to or not. I need you to develop thick skin and healthy boundaries, an ability to not let external noise poison what we have internally. I need you to stay grounded in who you are and confident in our relationship, rather than letting strangers' opinions or media narratives affect how you feel about yourself or about us. But I also need you to need me, to want me in ways that make me feel valued and important to you specifically, rather than just generically appreciated. I need you to miss me when we're apart, to look forward to seeing me, to prefer my company to other options available to you. I need you to find me attractive and want physical closeness and affection. I need you to respect my intelligence and judgment, while also challenging me when you think I'm wrong. I need you to believe in what I'm trying to accomplish and support my missions even when they're difficult or seem impossible. I need you to be proud of me not just for accomplishments, but for who I am as a person, and how I treat you, and the life we're building together. Most of all, I need you to love me. Really love me, not the idea of me, or the status of being with me, or what being my partner provides access to, but me as actual human being with all my flaws and complications and difficulties. I need love that doesn't waver when circumstances change or challenges arise. I need love that deepens over time rather than fading once initial excitement passes. I need love that stays even when staying is hard, that fights for us when fighting requires sacrifice, that chooses me repeatedly even when easier options exist. I need the kind of love I'm offering you, genuine and committed and deep enough to build an entire life on. In return, I promise you my complete commitment and loyalty and devotion. I promise to work on being a better partner, to develop skills I lack, to grow in ways that make our relationship stronger. I promise to prioritize you and protect you and support your dreams as enthusiastically as I pursue my own. I promise to be honest even when truth is uncomfortable, to communicate openly about problems rather than letting resentments build. I promise to stay, to fight for us during difficulties, to never give up on what we're building together without exhausting every possibility first. I promise to love you with everything I have in the best ways I know how for as long as you'll let me. So here's what I'm asking you to decide. Can you love me the way I love you? Can you commit to building this life together with all the complications and challenges that involves? Can you be patient with my limitations while also holding me accountable to keep improving? Can you maintain your independence while also creating intimacy and interdependence? Can you handle the public aspects of being with me while protecting our private connection? Can you need me while also being a complete person on your own? Can you choose me, today and tomorrow and every day after, building something real and lasting together? If your answer is yes, if you feel everything I'm feeling and want everything I'm wanting, then tell me. Don't leave me wondering or hoping or trying to interpret signals. Just be direct and honest about where you stand and what you want. Because I'm all in. I'm completely committed. I'm ready to build absolutely everything around us if you are too. I met thousands of women and found you, the one soul that connects with mine. I found you, and I'm not letting you go if you'll choose to stay. But I also need you to prove it's real by joining the community I created for people who genuinely love me. The link is in the pinned comment. $50 that becomes 100% for someone in desperate need. That's how you show me your words about loving me translate into action. That's how you prove you're serious about this connection, rather than just casually interested. That's how you become part of something special, rather than just another viewer among millions. I'm waiting for your answer. I'm hoping desperately it's yes. I'm believing that what we have is real and mutual and strong enough to build everything on. So tell me, do you love me the way I love you? Are you the one I've been searching for and have finally found? Will you build this life with me? I found you. Now the question is, will you choose